Okay, so my name's Julian Harris. I'm head of technology research at CognitionX. And what we do is we help customers understand and make sense of chatbot technology and help them create a strategy with confidence. So this is an extremely exciting session today. When we talk about the future of chatbots, we're really talking about a massive part of the future of computing in general. How we interact with computers, that's what we're really talking about. And today we have three really interesting case studies for you all to learn more about what chatbots are doing today. And then we've got an incredible panel on the future of chatbots, a dazzling speaker lineup. I'm incredibly privileged to have them all join us today from all over the world. This is a very special event. So I'm going to start off because I've not really explained what chatbots are. Now, what are chatbots? Well, we like to describe chatbots as messaging with computers. It's that simple. And now this idea, of course, has been around for a really long time, like 50 years, long time. But what's really happened recently in the last 5 years is that the technology has developed so much that there's a really big step change in the quality of chatbots. And I'll explain a little bit about what I mean there. What we've done is we've tried to describe quality in three key characteristics. These characteristics are things that we believe are uniquely characteristics of chatbots. So the ambiguity, dealing with ambiguity in conversation, in speech, dealing with conversation and memory of conversation, and finally dealing with emotion. And so these are the most interesting qualities we think of what chatbots really bring to computing today. So the question really is, I talked about messaging. Is messaging a really big deal? Like, what is it? Or maybe it's just a fad. What's going on there? Well, so I'm going to ask you all to participate in my small poll here. Right, hands up here. Who thinks there's more than 1 million messages a day across the world? More than 1 million. Okay. Keep them up if you think it's more than 1 billion messages a day. 10 billion, anyone? Wow, you're all right. 100 billion a day. Everyone is messaging each other, text, to people and people to bots. This is happening. It's growing. It's a thing. It's not going away. So we need to plan for this. It's a huge opportunity. Everyone's doing. Most of the people on the planet are talking about chatbots. And talking about using messaging, and the number of chatbots is extraordinary. We've got over 500,000 chatbots in the world today. And in fact, one of our speakers has been the key enabler of that volume. Now, I'm not sure whether Lauren's made it yet. Lauren, are you here yet? Lauren Kunze? She is the CEO of Pandora Bots. She'll be in the panel on future bots. Her platform has enabled more than 300,000 bots. So this is enormous growth. Those people are creating, we have thousands of people creating chatbot products, tens of thousands of companies creating chatbots too. So it's a really big deal. And I have a session tomorrow at 10:30 where we dig into a little bit about what these chatbots do. So the other aspect I want to cover very briefly before I move on to the real stars of the show is about a key distinction, which is there is really two kinds of chatbots in the world. One is task bots. Now, these are just like normal software. They're designed to do stuff. They're designed to get things done, and you optimize for that. The other side that's really interesting, and is actually probably where there's the most activity, quite frankly, but is not well understood here, is companion bots. Now, they have very different objectives. Companion bots have a broad focus. They're really about building long-term relationships and trust and companionship. So an example here is Mitsuku, which is winning all sorts of awards. And we also have another classic example is Xiaoice, a Chinese bot. It has over 100 million users, 25% of which have said, I love you. Different space altogether than a shopping cart bot, right? You don't say love you to your shopping cart. So the future growth is an interesting question here. Like where is it best to grow? And we think that, who is best to ask the question to buy something or to do something? It's someone you trust. So this is trust at scale in this area here. And Japan, by the way, is the ones who are leading this. Now, I have more information on this in my session tomorrow at 10:30, so do go to that if you want to. We're down in Edith Windsor.